We're on. We're on TV. We're on TV. What's up, y'all? Welcome to a Saturday edition of Morning Scone, presented by Boudreaux's Bloody Mary Mix, Margarita Mix, available at great local retailers all over the Baton Rouge area. Alexander's, Calvin's, Calandro's, Mid-City Wine and Craft, Canada's down in Homa. Your weekend is upon you. Enjoy it. Mark Allen, good morning. Craig Sandoval, good morning. Danny Brabham, good morning. Jeremy Aldridge, good morning. Henry Smith, good morning. Drew's here as well. Scone. Drew's here. He's fired up. We're all here. Waiting for some of y'all to join. Share this right now on my public page. We are going to... you poser Red Sox fans are already after it. So look, a lot we're going to get to here. Darren, good morning. LSU football reports for fall camp. I'm whispering a little because Erica's still sleeping. And Drew is kind of in and out a little bit. He's over there watching his little, that silly little peekaboo show that I don't even know what it is, but he's in there watching that. He's coming back. Get ready. Brady, good morning. Good morning, y'all. He's back. So LSU starts practice today. Yesterday, Ed Ingram made the announcement that Ed Ingram is suspended indefinitely. We'll talk about that. We will also talk about Foster Moreau, who was announced last night. He'll wear the number 18 jersey. And report came out of Greenville yesterday that Clemson and LSU were in talks for a home and home. Talk about that. So, y'all know the drill. Fire away with your questions. Talk about some things I want to talk about until I get your questions, and then we'll just roll with your questions. So, fun Saturday morning. It's already raining in Baton Rouge. It stinks. Daniel Brumley, good morning. Darren, six killer. Darren, good question about stores in NOLA. I don't believe we're trying to get Rouse's. So go in there and be like, hey, y'all need to carry this. You should do that. That'd be helpful. Crab'em. I'm just going to call you Danny Crab'em then. Crab'em. So, dude, Morning Scone is not a good but great show. I got to stop with that, dude. I gotta stop. That's a reference to Ogeron calling Nick Brissett a good but good running back. Paul Hollowell, Kevin Harrell, good morning. Jonathan Miller, BJ, Tyler D, good morning. Jamie, good morning. Tom Guidros. Let's see. Yes, Darren, DM the other Darren right there. He owns Boudreaux's. He'll get you some. All right, let's see. All right, what do you want to start with? How about we start with Foster Moreau? Because that's the good story. And he'll wear number 18. What a cool story, right? Oh, by the way, check it. Old school baby Drew on this mug. It's like 1-year-old Drew, still with oxygen on his face. Look at that. It's crazy. Long ago. Anyway, so the really cool thing about Foster Moreau, right, is Foster, so he's the 12th, number 18. In the class of 2015, he literally did not have an offer, like a committable offer, until signing day. Like, he woke up, signing day, did not have an offer from LSU. As the day went along, I'm trying to remember if that was the year when Tashiro Davis decommit. No, that can't be it. I don't remember exactly what happened, but they weren't sure if they were going to have a spot for him. And so they ended up, like, right at the last minute, someone picked, they were waiting to see if they had a spot for a guy they were holding. The guy didn't come to, I can't remember exactly how it went down, but Moreau ended up just basically having a spot on signing. He was literally the last member of the signing class of 2015. And he plays in a few games as a freshman and just kind of keeps on. And now he's senior, represented LSU at SEC Media Days. He'll wear the number 18. And by the way, he's also LSU's leading returning receiver as well. So just a really cool story. I like stories like that, stories of perseverance. And what? Hey, what's the matter? Hey, we're not gonna fuss. Hey, you want to sit on Daddy's lap? You want to tell everybody, hi, look, hey, you can't fuss while we're on TV because look, everybody wants to see you and they like whenever you say Scone. And when you laugh, Scone. Hey, what about when we say Calico? Huh? Let me say Calico. Calico. Hey, you like that? Now you're gonna run away? Okay. Now you're gonna go run. Go run. Drew. Calico. What? What are we doing? Are we knocking? Calico. Is that funny? Okay. All right. We'll see you later. He's just standing over there right now. Whoop. No, don't hit it. Don't hit it, baby. It's okay. He hit the tripod. Watch that. Don't fall over. Okay. Anyway, so Brandon, good morning. Sorry, we get a little. Y'all are used to this by now. We get a little, off kilter a little when Drew walks in here. He kind of takes over the whole thing. So, I still despise Tosh Davis. Hey, Danny, don't despise Tosh Davis. He's a kid. He's a kid that was trying to make the decision of where to go for college. Like, deal with it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's all right. He's a linebacker. He went to Texas. I don't even know if he's still there. What does it matter? All right? You got good players. He didn't make or break anything. Just, come on, man. You have to despise an 18-year-old. Like, that's the one thing about recruiting that I hate, man. People despising kids because of where they choose to go to school. Who cares where they choose to go to school? You're going to get good players. Lots of people get good players. It's going to be all good. Blake Ruffino, what's up, man? Daniel Brumley, did Terrio catch any fish? I don't know. I hope he didn't catch a damn thing. Old dude walked out on the show yesterday. And that was not even a bit. Like, Terrio and I talked almost every day this week because we prepared for the podcast on Monday. He and I did our podcast Tuesday. We spoke Wednesday and Thursday about refining it and stuff like that. And then I called him Friday to see like what we're going to talk about on the show, like what angles we wanted to go, things that he wanted to talk about. He didn't answer the call, didn't reply, never called back, didn't text. And he walked in at 4 o'clock to do the show. He's like, hey, man, would it really mess you up if I left after the first hour so I can go fishing? I'm like, all right. I mean, I ain't going to chain you to the desk, man. Do what you got to do. But so that was not even a bit. Like, that was legit. So I hope we caught nothing. Good, Danny Crabham. I'm going to start really calling you Danny Crabham. Did all who were expected on campus yesterday actually show up? Yes, Kevin, that's your answer to that. Everybody showed up. They're going to be without a couple of guys early on due to injury. Pettigrew was going to be out for the year because of his knee. And then Thad Moss is at the Hall of Fame because Randy is getting inducted tonight and Thad gets to introduce him, which is a really cool thing. I thought you said John Chavis. No, Tosh Davis, Tashiro Davis, who a linebacker went to Texas. Let's see. So, Ed Ingram, let's talk about that for a second. So for those that missed that news yesterday, so Foster Moreau is the really good news. The other end of that spectrum would be Ed Ingram, who starting right guard, started 12 games last year at right guard, if you remember. Remember going into how it went last year, going into camp. Mai Tehuma was back. He was supposed to be your starting right guard, All-America candidate. He goes MIA. I don't know if we ever really talked about that and everything that happened. That was such an interesting story. But essentially, Maya was going to be suspended for half the year. And so he basically just said, all right, I'm leaving. And so he went to Southeastern, I guess. Anyway, that was a big blow, man. Because he was a really good, probably he was LSU's best offensive lineman. And they lost him right there to start camp. But Ed Ingram stepped up. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Sadiq Charles might have started that first game at right guard. And then he and Ingram rotated. Well, Sadiq ends up playing left tackle when KJ Malone got hurt. Ed Ingram settles in at right guard. Now, those two guys are your bell cows. I mean, that's those are your guys. Kobe Touye, what's up, K Wayne? My dude, good to see you, dog. Oh, man. Blake Morin. By the way, y'all go follow Colby Touye, who just jumped on here, man. He's the dude, man. He's the golf whisperer. Miss my guy. Used to see him every morning over at Traction. Not no more. Out there working with the stars down in Florida, man. Training people with winning titles and filling up the stable, dog. Blake, did you see my dude? Oh, I love him. Blake, did you see Ed Ingram's tweet? I did. So Ed Ingram said he's fine, he'll be back and all. I have not asked around to see exactly what's up with Ed Ingram, but if it's a university mandated suspension that he violated university policy, this is total guess. All right, total guess because I don't know, and I would tell you if I did. Total guess. Typically, if you violate a university policy that mandates a suspension, it's not just going to be for practice. Like, it's going to be a percent of the season. So, like, it'd be like 10% or 50% or a whole, and then they round down. So, like, in a football season, if it's 12 games and you're suspended for 10% of the season, well, then you can't be suspended for 1.2 games, so they round down to 1 game. So I don't know. I'm just explaining the university policy. So my guess is, that might be what's happening. But that is a guess because I have not asked around. Yesterday when I heard about that, when I heard O say it was the first I'd heard about it. So, Steven, you late, dog. Kevin said Damian Lewis next man up. But here's the thing, though, Kevin. Damian Lewis was already going to start. He was just going to start at left guard. And now he's got to start at right guard, which means Brumfield stays at left guard, which means Cushenberry's got to play center. Because I'm telling you what they were going to do is Brumfield was going to play center, Lewis at left guard, Ingram at right guard. That was going to be your interior line. Well, now with Ingram not there, Lewis kicks over to right, Brumfield stays at left, and now you got a new center. So your center, right guard, right tackle are all brand new. It ain't great because it certainly hurts your depth. And it's not the best 5 you want. So the next man up thing is, in theory, it's good. And I think Lewis, they love him, and they think he's going to be a really good player, and I don't doubt that. But now you're weaker at center, and you're weaker at left guard, and probably weaker at right guard because Ed Ingram is, or maybe a push, but they love Ed Ingram over there. Blake, I've known Colby since he worked at Hit Video in Gonzales back in the day. We're making connections. Hey, bud. You want to say hi to everybody? Nope, he gone. What's practice schedule for the week? I'll run through that for you, Val. Hang on. It's in my email. Just give me 2 seconds. I know they practice this afternoon, which is weird because they used to practice. They used to do 2-a-days. I'll pull it up. I'm sorry. I got to get into my email. Just give me 2 seconds. I'll pull up their practice schedule. I'll let you know when they're practicing. Because they used to do 2 days, but I don't think they're doing 2 days anymore, man. Like, no, don't touch that, baby. Oh, stop. Is that funny? Look at what he's doing. He was like hanging out over there. I don't know if I've completely moved this around too much. Sorry. Okay, here we go. Practice. Bear. I know, buddy. All right, so they practice today. Did I get that right? Wow, I framed that up pretty good. Let's see. So they practice today at 4, or at least that's the media availability. Then tomorrow at 1. Nope. Tomorrow at 4. They're practicing at 4 every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Next Friday is their first day off. So they'll practice starting today all the way through next Thursday. They take Friday off. Then they have a preseason game number 1 in Tiger Stadium next Saturday, a week from today. So, but that's odd though, because normally they would do 2 days. Like they would do split squad practices where like freshmen or like veterans would go in the morning and freshmen and select vets would go in the afternoon. So I guess they're all just going one big group together now. So let's see. Get to y'all's question. Let's see. What's up, NPH? Good morning. Derek Matthews, good morning. Kenny Bergeron, good morning. Matty Moe, thank God the stash lasted literally just the length of time that I did. For those that missed it, whatever day that was, I had a lot of growth, and so I shaved it the night before and just left the stash just to get a rise out of Erica, and she never even noticed it. But so I just wake up, I get Drew ready, I come in here to do this, I fire up, morning Scone, and I'm looking at myself on the computer, and I see, I'd completely forgotten that I left it there. Anyway, so you can go back and see it. It might have been Wednesday or so. I screenshotted it, put it up. So Kevin is Traore project. That's Badara Traore. He's a JUCO offensive lineman. Yeah, they were disappointed with him. He was, and you could tell in the spring game, he was concrete shoes, man. He's going to have trouble with the best rush ends in the SEC, and he was lined up at left tackle in the spring, or right tackle in the spring, and that he ain't going. So no, Bergeron announced that Traore would be Sadiq Charles' backup at left tackle, and you'd have Adrian McGee and Austin Deculus battling out to start at right tackle. I think Deculus wins that job. Brandon, Mark, good morning. How many more Ohio State transfers can we expect to come to Baton Rouge? I don't know, man. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. If it's a similar Ole Miss situation where, but the difference is Ole Miss got hit with NCAA sanctions. I don't think that's going to happen with Ohio State unless if they get pegged with lack of institutional control, which is what happened at Penn State. But this doesn't feel like it's that. But then again, there could be way more layers to it. Hines moved to O-line. What's your thoughts on that? Blake, honestly, he's talking about freshman Jason Hines, who Ogeron announced yesterday is going to be a backup left guard. They had planned on playing him on the offensive line anyway. So I guess I understand when you make that announcement, it feels like a position switch. I get it, but that felt like that was a move they were going to make anyway. I think they planned on playing him on the offensive line anyway. Let's see. The brain bleach is back. We got the only Buckeye transfer that matters. What percentage of the Dallas game versus Miami will be purple and gold? Mark, my guess of that one is it'll probably be 7. If it sells out, which I don't know that it will. My guess is you're going to be 70-30 LSU. What you got to remember is, first of all, Miami does not have a giant fan base, which is weird to say, but they don't. They don't have a giant core rabid fan base in South Beach. When they're really good, people go to the games, but it's not like they have 30,000 people that can travel to every game. That just doesn't happen in Miami. Now, number two, LSU does have 30,000 people that will travel. And then two of the biggest alumni bases outside of Louisiana are Houston and Dallas. And Houston's, 2 hours from Dallas, and the game's in Dallas. So you're going to get tons of LSU alums who would otherwise not get a chance to see LSU play, maybe not coming to Baton Rouge, that will go to Dallas for that game. So if I had to guess, it would be 70-30. It's one of the reasons I like LSU in that game. I think LSU has the home. It's going to feel like an LSU home game. So I do think that LSU will overwhelmingly have the crowd in that game. I don't trust Malik Rozier at quarterback for Miami, even though he's a veteran, and they lost a lot of their defense from the turnover chain defense. They lost a bunch. I know we got 4 weeks to talk about that, but it's 4 weeks from today. 4 weeks from tomorrow. 4 weeks from tomorrow. Let's see, Craig. I'm amped up for basketball. Make a deep run in the SEC. I don't know what their ceiling is, Craig, but I'll tell you what the basement should be. The basement expectation is the NCAA tournament. If this LSU basketball team isn't in the NCAA tournament, that's a disappointing season. Considering what you have back, you'll have a good blend of veterans, and of course, the number 3 recruiting class in the country. This team should be in the tournament. And we've seen 2 seeds get bounced in round 1, so I'm not going to say you have to make a deep run in the tournament, but because the draw matters so much, maybe it's a bad matchup, whatever, but they should absolutely be in the tournament. If they're not, that's a disappointment. Can we get one of those? What? I'm reading through y'all's comments right now, guys. Where can we get one of those shirts? Come to one of our remotes, man. These are, keep these in our prize closet. usually when the station goes out on remote, take a handful of them. I guarantee you we'll have some at Taste of Tiger tailgating. So come out, not next weekend, but the following, the 18th, at Lamar Dixon this year. Taste of Tiger tailgating. We'll probably have these. Come find me. I'll get you one. David Jenkins, what's your prediction for the Miami game? How bad does the Ingram suspension hurt for that game? I'm not going to downplay the Ingram suspension, not just because Ingram's out, but I think that also makes you weaker at center because you were expecting Brumfield at center. Now it's got to be Cushenberry. And I'm not going to – some people will minimize the impact of a center. Mike D and I have had this conversation so many times. When you look at – and he looks at it from like a Vegas perspective. When you look at covers, like teams that are without their starting center in a week, their percent chance of winning and covering, it's just a massive drop-off. Just because, he's one or two people that touches the ball in every play. He makes all the calls in the center of the line. So Cushenberry has to be really, really good. That said, I think the Miami game is a field goal game, one way or the other, and I trust Dave Aranda. I just do. I think Dave Aranda will find a way to limit Miami's offense, and if Burrow protects the football, like if LSU doesn't turn it over 4 times, I think they win. But that said, LSU is not winning at Auburn. Corey Kaye, Mark, I'd say 70%. Mark, what's your most prized piece of LSU memorabilia behind on your wall of fame? I don't think. Well, I don't know if y'all can see up. Let me see if y'all can see up there. Up there, I don't know if y'all can see up on top with that. At the very top, that LSU helmet up there. That's Andrew Whitworth's helmet from the 2001 season. Yeah, you can see it. That's Andrew Whitworth's helmet from 2001. They, of course, and the cool thing about it is, hang on, I'll get it down. Sorry, I got to see my ass this morning. Anyway, this is the cool thing about it. So he signed it, first of all, which is pretty cool. And it was also, they went to the Sugar Bowl that year, so it's got the BCS sticker on it. And then also, if you remember, that was 9/11 and the year that Charles McClendon died. So they put the American flag helmet and the Coach Mack sticker on there. So, and you see the 76 for Whitworth. So yeah, this was Whitworth's helmet in 2001. So that's probably it. And the odd thing is, like, they used to like that shop. Remember that? Do you remember that sports shop or that apparel shop in Tiger? I don't know if it's still there. Like on the west side of Tiger Stadium, like on the ground level. Like if you went under, now it's all gated and everything now. But like if you went under where the west upper like structure is, you could walk into that gift shop that was at the base level of Tigers. Not the one by the Tiger cage, like in the stadium. Like after the season, that like every year they would sell old helmets and jerseys. And so like me and my buddy walked in there and I bought that. I think maybe like $150, something like that. It's a lot of money for a college kid who had no money, but it's pretty cool. The other I would say is Drew's fussing. I'd tell you the other is this thing over here. That thing right there, that's every ticket from the 03 season. I went to every game that year. I was a senior at LSU, and I went to every game, home and away. So that was just an awesome year. And I got them all framed in that thing. So, hang on, Drew's food's beeping. Hang on 1 second, y'all. Hey, bud. Hey. Can I turn this off, please? Hey, come see Daddy on TV. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. Okay, bud. You want to tell everybody hi on TV? No, not bye-bye. We tell everybody hi on TV. Which side needs this side needs to go up? Oh, that goes down. Hang on, sorry, y'all. It's a little uneven. Okay, let's see, get back to y'all. John, good morning. Justin Barnes. Gerard Landry, good morning. Okay. Attendance completely contingent on what's work release. Bobby Rogers is Jaden Hill walking. Hey, baby, it's okay. Come see me. Hey, it's okay. Come see Daddy. Come see me. What's the matter? What's the matter? Hey, you want to see everybody? Look, you're going to be on TV. You say hi to everybody? To answer your question, no. Jaden Hill's not going to walk on the football team. Hey, Aunt Nancy's watching. You want to say hi, Nanny? Say hi, Aunt Nancy. You say hi? Say hi.
Mama.
Say hi.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. No, not bye-bye. Not bye-bye. All right. Boudreaux's be... Hey, shh. Hey, listen. Do you want more? Calico?
Yeah.
Or do you want more Scone? Yay!
Yeah.
Why are we fussing? Everybody's trying to watch the TV show. And okay.
Yeah.
You can be sweet. If you're gonna be sweet, you can sit right here with me. If you're gonna be sweet, okay. Y'all check out Boudreaux's A Taste of Tiger Tailgating. Thank you for the heads up there, Darren. All right, Danny. Speaking of offense, Brissett does not have any burst, and his straight ahead runner, he will be a detriment until one of the younger backs takes over. For what it's worth, Danny, don't expect Brissett to be the starter. We talked about this a bit yesterday. Like Clyde Edwards is going to be the guy, and I think they're hoping like Chris Curry emerges kind of as a power option as well. What? Clapping.
Yeah.
Clapping.
Yeah.
Yay for Drew. Yay for Drew. What? Hey, shh. Can you not be a fussy face? Can you not be a fussy face? Are you seeing the babies on the bus say? Wow, wow, wow. Okay, let's. Oh, are you saying Ryan? Ryan. Is that what you're saying? Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you later. Go run away. See you later. All right. Thank you, David. I appreciate it. So thanks for the response. Love the show. Annabelle, haven't paid attention to Saints reports. You know how Clapp is doing. He's been a little up and down. And I have not been to any practices, but from what I've talked to the guys who have been out there, had some problems the first day with quarterback center exchange, which stinks because that's kind of paramount. Some wins and losses. Tough part for Clapp is, of course, they got Unger, but they love Cameron Tom. You remember he was undrafted out of Gallagher, undrafted out of Southern Miss last year, and they offered him an extended contract last year. So I think they got the guy who they think is their center of the future as well after Unger. NPH, yeah, my Catholic High diploma is up there. It's my diploma, and the Man of the Year is up there on that wall, and what's the other one? And Distinguished Graduate is up there as well. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, look, you keep winning awards. You got to find a place for all of it, right? I mean, so it's basically why I have this office. Let's see, Big Wit. Oh yeah. You going to be in Dallas? I will not be in Dallas. I'm staying home. I don't know that I'm going to go to a single game this year. Just work. Lee McCaffrey, good morning. Hunt Palmer. Palmario. Palmario. Starting quarterback and running back for the opener. That will be Joe Burrow and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Morning, Carmen Wheeler. Drew wants to hear your best. Ted Peterson. Drew does love his daddy. That's true. Clyde seems to have it. Get through some more of these. Talked a great deal of Nick Brissett yesterday on AFR. We did. Oddly, because that was another thing. Terry, like, this was legit too. If y'all heard the show yesterday, but as he told me he was leaving after the first hour, he did legitimately walk. He goes, man, hey, he goes, I had a great conversation with Nick Brissett today, and he like had no idea about the bit on the show with the great running back, good, not great, whatever. He's like, man, I had a great conversation with Nick Brissett today. And I was like, looking at him, like, waiting for the other shoe to drop, and he had no idea what I was talking about. So it set up yesterday pretty funny, because he actually did talk to Nick yesterday at Traction. Let's see. Is there truth to this whole Les Miles questioning Ogeron handling LSU coaching job situation all the time? Who brought that up? I mean, Mark, I haven't heard anything about that. For what it's worth, I texted Les Thursday because I was trying to get him on the show to talk about the Meyer situation and understanding like not so much Urban necessarily, but just from the standpoint of coach of major program, how you handle things internally and how you handle discipline and stuff like that. And I think he's out in California, like doing acting stuff. So, I mean, Les has kept a very low profile. I mean, I hadn't seen Les do anything publicly since, Jacques' softball game last year at the Auburn game when the 07 team was honored. Les just didn't do anything publicly, man. I mean, I'm sure he has opinions on everything, but he's, oh, it's true, Nan. Mentioned the Ray Wright glove. That's right there. It's right there. So I'll tell this story. So this is the glove that Ray Wright used to make the catch in the 2000 World Series over the wall. And he signed it. It's his glove. So Ray and I kind of Ray's come on the show a few times and we've messaged back and forth a little bit. And when Drew was sick, Gordy did a fundraiser, like our Guarantee did a fundraiser at the Varsity. They did like a benefit concert and they did an auction. And so they asked Ray, hey man, could you just send like anything for the auction? Like just a signed ball or just anything. He sent the glove. And this happened to be like the greatest sports week of my life. Me and my dad, my brother, and my best friend, we all went to Omaha. I spent the whole week, went to every game. And we sat in right field. Like, we would get there early. Right field was general admission at Rosenblatt. We'd get there early, like 8 in the morning. And as soon as they opened the gate, we'd run, sit in the front row. We sat in the front row for every game of the entire College World Series. It was so fun. It was like the best week ever. And so we kind of just jaw with Ray and the right fielders the whole College World Series. Well, anyway, so Ray sent. I couldn't believe he sent this for the auction. I totally did not intend for him to send. I was like, no, don't send this. Like, give that to your kids one day. Like, say, but he sent it, and then my uncle, cousin, his father-in-law, they all pulled together and bought it at the auction and gave it to me. It was like I was completely blown away. And so yeah, this is absolutely it's phenomenal for many, many reasons. So thanks for the reminder, Dan, and thanks to Big K for making that happen. That's a pretty cool story, huh? Ray Wright's an awesome guy too, y'all. Let's see, Mark. Tired of fans calling Ogeron a shrimp boat captain? I agree. Good morning, Lee McCaffrey. All right, NPH, have a good day. We'll see you. Chase, what's the wide receiver hierarchy behind Giles? All right, so you're going to go Giles, Justin Jefferson, Stephon Sullivan, and then probably Racey McMath and or the two freshmen, Jamar Chase and Terrace Marshall. The unfortunate part is Drake Davis, D. Anderson, Derek Dillon. Those guys have just not emerged. They've not figured out how to play the position. Get off of jams, run good routes, catch the ball when you're open. Like, they're all athletic freak shows, but they just haven't played the position well, which is why they brought in Jerry Sullivan, was trying to get these guys coached up on how to play the position. But I think guys that are more polished at running routes and playing the position technically, it's why Justin Jefferson's playing. It's why Jamar Chase, I think, is going to play a lot. There's value in that. Nate Bumstead, good morning. Scott Foster Moreau, number 18, good choice. He was the only choice. Let's see if we can get any more questions. Les Miles. Yeah, Les Miles, he's in a movie that's coming up about the Challenger explosion. He has a speaking role. And supposedly he's really doing it. Like, he's trying to act. Les will be at Kansas next year. Maybe. I don't think so, though. Travis Procell, good morning. Robert Stack, good morning. Yeah. Blake, I haven't talked about LSU-Clemson. So there's a report out of the Greenville News in South Carolina. Dan Radakovich, formerly of LSU, who's Clemson's AD, said he's in conversations with LSU about a home and home in the future. If you look at the years when that might be possible, both schools have like a break in their scheduling in like 2024, 2025. And then after that, it wouldn't be until like 2030 that they would have an opening because LSU's got home and home still with UCLA, Arizona State, Oklahoma, with some gaps. So, like, to realistically make it happen, it would have to be in that gap around like 2025-ish or like till 2030. But at least out of the conversation, they said they didn't rule out maybe a neutral site game as well. So it'd be interesting to see. I'd love to see more home and homes, and it's interesting because financially it doesn't make sense to play home and homes. Like when your payout for playing a road game, like your guarantee for a true road game is like $400K. Like I got that number because when Oklahoma and Ohio State played a home and home a few years back, when Ohio State played at Oklahoma in I think 2016, their payout, their guarantee was $400K. Ohio State's going to get $5 million this year to play TCU in Dallas the week after LSU and Miami. So it's like, or 2 weeks after. It's like, why would you schedule a home and home if you're basically eating $5 million? It's just, things ain't cheap, bro. Will you be at Saints Touchdown Club luncheon in New Orleans August 29th? I don't know. Mark, hadn't been invited, but not opposed to it. Let's see. Burrow may be your number one running back this year. Morning, Matt. Can you cover special teams real quick? Punter, Zach Von Rosenberg. Place kicker, Cole Tracy. Punt return and kick return is going to be interesting. Like, I would think Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to be your kick returner. And if you made me guess, Clyde Edwards-Helaire kick returner, Jonathan Giles punt returner. If you made me guess right now. And I don't think any of that's been determined for sure, but that would be my guess. Sean Abear, good morning. Michael Moore, good morning. Is it a chance that they really will play? Who are you talking about? Oh, Clemson and LSU? Yeah. Hey. Okay. Drew might be just about done here. So, I'll tell you what. Y'all check out Boudreaux's. We'll bid you adieu. Bloody Mary mix, the margarita mix. If you're hanging out this weekend, don't be a fussy face. All right, he's leaving. Kid's crazy. All right, I'm going to go take care of him. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you tomorrow for Morning Scone. Go buy some Boudreaux's. Go to their website, boudreauxmix.com. Check out all their social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you haven't already, do it. Try it. Support a great local company that supports us. We appreciate it. And I love their funny quips here as well. Warning, this product will make you temporarily popular, funny, and good looking. That's actually really good when you're willing to have that kind of sense of humor and put that on your bottle. I love it. Let's see if this one says the same thing. Warning, it does. This remedies hangovers, boring Sunday brunch, holidays with the family, and Frisbee golf. I love it. It's right there on the label. I love it. It's so good. So good. Anyway, all right. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you tomorrow. Morning, Scone.